Well, it's something I hear from a lot of women. That could be anything, albeit something I haven't had to deal with personally, mommy guilt.
Oh, but I have. Today, many women are struggling to find a healthy balance between work life and daily living. Here are the best countries for work-life balance for women.
What constitutes a balance between work and life? The OECD decided on 3 key factors to rank the 34 countries: long work hours of over 50 hours per week, time spent on personal care and leisure, and employment rates for women with kids. At number 1 is Denmark. They have the lowest child poverty rates of 3.7% compared to the U.S.'s average of 21.6%. But most family support for the U.S. is given via tax breaks. Norway is number 2. Women spend 1,407 hours per year at work, while the U.S.'s average is 1,778, equaling out to about 7 hours less a week than the U.S. However, the U.S. is leading in female employment rate with children of 73%.
But there are some downsides to the top 3. Experts say right now there are fewer women in leadership positions, and on average, they make much less than their male counterparts.
Interesting. Experts also say here in the U.S., the country has insufficient investments in child welfare, and we are the only OECD country without a national paid parental leave policy.
So with more than 5 million women unemployed in December, holding down a job has become increasingly important. Here are a few steps you can make to show your boss how valuable you are.
Do you wish every day at work was like this? While not everyone can have the perfect boss, you can take these simple steps to wow any employer. First off, find out how they prefer to communicate and match their style. If the boss makes a point to talk shop in person, try to do the same. If they only want to hear important points, don't give them every single detail. Also remember to mind generational differences when it comes to work. They could lead to misunderstandings.
The young person quite often might come in with their iPod, their iPad, and want to reference that, but it looks like they're really just checking their email while they're talking to you.
Finally, don't bombard your superiors with questions you can easily find answers to. Employers want to see someone who can help carry the load, not pile onto it.
Which leads us to the famous quote, "Be part of the solution, not part of the problem."
And what about don't be afraid to make mistakes? Both are great pieces of advice that stick with you, and in some cases may even shape the course of your career.
Hear now from some women who have made it to the top and shared the best advice they ever got.
Karen Vitt is a certified public accountant and owns a thriving tax business. One secret for her success: be very clear when you communicate.
You just expect people know what you think, know what you want, and they don't always.
Executive coach Janice Zabatine says communication really is key.
Think first. Really synthesize your ideas before you open your mouth.
Or for those who lean toward being long-winded, there's waste. Why am I still talking? Everyone has at least one gem of wisdom they've filed away for later.
I would say the best piece of advice I've ever gotten has been not to compromise any values.
To always present yourself as if it's your own business.
Try new things. It's okay to make a mistake because we'll learn from it.
Sabatine says sometimes you learn the most from situations you like the least. No one likes criticism, whether it's constructive or not. For those times, remember Q-tip. Quit taking it personally.
Many of my clients tell me that they don't always have the Q-tip on them, but they think of it, or they'll put their hand in their pocket and remember the Q-tip. When there's some kind of interaction going on, quit taking it personally.
Now, Career.com lists the biggest mistakes women make at work. One of the big ones, trapping yourself in a non-business role. In other words, don't be the one to take on cleaning up after office meetings or the one responsible for bringing in the birthday cakes. Another big mistake, bringing inappropriate girl behavior into the office. You know you do it. Leave gossiping for your time with your girlfriends. And also, women are often accused of thinking too small. Don't get caught up on the details or you'll be considered the dream killer. Good advice for everyone, male, female.
Yes, I learned a lot in that little piece too. So.
And from the adults to the kids of tomorrow and how they can get a jump start on a successful life.
Up next on Delmarva Life, we learn more about a program here on Delmarva that can provide students with the mentoring and scholarships they need to get started in their career.
And later, we're in the kitchen making egg rolls with an Irish twist, just in time for St. Patrick's Day. Delmarva Life, we'll be right back.